Hello, this is Trevor. Today we're working on our request smuggling lab in Portswigger's Web Security Academy. Explaining HTTP request smuggling to bypass front-end security controls, CL.TE vulnerability. Front-end does not support chunked encoding. There's an admin panel at /admin. Front-end blocks it. We need to smuggle a request to the admin panel that deletes the user Carlos. Sweet. Let's take a look. I also want to show you this. Yesterday I made this little request smuggling calculator. You can just type in, your stuff here and it'll calculate both content length and transfer encoding depending on what you need. And I created two just in case you need, two different calculations. This is called Request Smuggling Calculator and can be found on my GitHub. I'll post a link in the video description to that. But yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay. So here's the lab. Let's, we are proxying. So let's go to proxy, HTTP history. We want this one. Send to repeater. I don't want that to go through the proxy, but whatever. Okay. So we know we need to smuggle a request to the backend, and it's using CL.TE, right? We've done a couple of these, like that one and this one. Let's start with this. This is the response difference. Let's try that. So I'm going to paste that here. I'm going to change this to post and delete all of this. Content link chunked. E. That's whatever. We don't care. 404. We want to change this to admin. And then, yeah, that should work. So, and we can check, we can validate my my little tool here is working by pasting, this here and make sure we get E. We do. Sweet. Yeah, so this will smuggle this get admin. The next request will get appended here. So hopefully we'll see that. Let's send this to repeater also. And let's add tab to group, create tab group. RS for request smuggling. We'll add both. Color red. Boom. We're going to change this to send group in sequence, separate connections. And then, that looks good. So let's send it. Okay. Unauthorized. Admin interface only available to local users. Huh. All right. So, what if we put host, local host here and check that. Duplicate header names not allowed. That's lame. What if we remove this? Well, I don't think this will work because this is needed to get past. Yeah. Okay. Control Z doesn't. There we go. Okay. What if instead of trying to attach it here, what if we try the other thing, x equals? So instead of it being in the headers, it goes down here. Looks fine. Duplicate headers names are not allowed. What? We did not get this. Duplicate header. I don't know why this. Let me just make sure I send a normal request. And then send group. Okay, we got a 200 there. What we expected. 200 here. Come on. Yeah. Look at that. We got the admin panel. Sweet. Yeah. So then we just need to modify this. Not that one. This one. So that we get this. Admin delete user Carlos. And then request it. All right, let's write up the script. This will be a fairly quick one. What's it called? Bypass front end controls CL.TE. Then bypass front end controls CL.TE.py. Let's grab our template. Oh, I made some changes also to a bunch of stuff in here. In fact, I don't even think our template is right anymore. What I did was, one, I created a request smuggling file and had the stuff related to request smuggling in it. So we'll definitely use that. Two, didn't I? Yeah, I added the ability to add a debug. So we can have two levels of logging debug and logging info, and we can just provide that. And then I think I also, so I also did this setup logging function in utils, and it gets called automatically. So that's why I was saying that the template is not correct, because it should not have this. But I do need one other piece in here. Let me pull up the script from yesterday, which was confirming TECL. And I need this. So let's go back to the template. I'm going to add this line. So what happens is that if I turn debug on, URL-lib3 is going to print out a bunch of debug requests. So I'm just disabling the, that logging, which is fine because we still have requests to log if we need it. So let me save that and then do the same here. And of course, request uses URL lib3 in the back end. So what do we need to do? We need to create this request and then have a following request. And we're going to close this. We're going to close utils and, well, this has, so we can do a lot of the same stuff that we did here. Build our payload. We don't need, content length is static in this one, and we don't need that. So we can just do this. Body equals this re sub, boom. RT equals request smuggling dot create request text content length. We need to calculate this. So, we can leave it blank so it gets automatically calculated. And then request smuggling dot send request. That looks good. We have the get follower. We don't want this in our get follower. So let's comment that and make sure everything else works. So import RE. And then from here, I'm going to delete this. And I don't know why there's a space here. From request. Oh, no. I just want import request. Import request smuggling, right? Resp. Let's print resp text. There we go. Okay, so let's try this. Python bypass front end. We need this. No module named request smuggling. Oh, it's in utils. That's why. Sorry. So from utils. Let's move it to the bottom now. And because I told you that debug stuff, so this did not work. Oh, probably because we haven't set up the body yet. I'm going to add a -D. And this now shows the debug stuff. Sweet. I like that a lot. Let's take this and what do we want? We want this stuff, right? Copy. Or do we want the whole thing? We want the whole thing, right? We're going to do create request text. I don't remember what that does. Oh, it fills out all the stuff we need. So I just need to send it the body. Okay, so never mind. This. Okay. Do I need an extra space? Nope. So we can just do that. Admin localhost X. Okay. Boom. That worked. Look at that. So here's our request, which it looks great. We've got and then here's the print resp text with the URL we want. So all we need to do now is change this guy to /delete user name equals Carlos. And then, sure, we'll print resp text, and then we'll check if it's solved. I don't know what resp text. Let's just comment that out. And we don't need that. Well, let's do a log.debug resp text. Path admin is blocked. Lab is solved. Ooh, so interesting. So that's what we got in response, but it ended up solving it anyway. Interesting. Awesome. Let's get our banner. Cool. So just to recap, we use CL.TE. So the content length was used by the front end, which meant it saw all of this as one request, forwarded on to the back end. The back end used transfer encoding, which saw the E and said, okay, this line is the contents of the first request, ending here at the 0. This is a second request that I'm going to hold on to, and once I get the more information in, I'll be able to fulfill this one. So it took from here to here, saved it in the buffer. Our next get came in and attached itself right here to this x equals, and then the backend processed that request, said, and did a get to delete user Carlos, and we deleted it and solved the lab. Sweet. All right. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye.